Actually, there was no state officials there from the Iowa High School Athletic Association, and kids were just getting the top 10 medals, and that was it. There was no all-state. There was no enough recognition for kids, for golfers. And I think we were pretty frustrated with that fact. Mike Carden from Ottumwa, R.J. Voss from Ames, Eric Perry from several coaches. So we said, look, we have to do something. Kids need to get more recognition, golfers. And so we said, well, what should we do? So we talked and talked and talked. And over the years, we said, well, let's form an association. So we did. So we put together an association, and now we've grown, we've evolved, and it's gotten pretty big to the point where we have all state teams, all tournament teams. We have a Hall of Fame. We offer scholarships. We do rankings of teams, players. It's really gotten to be pretty good, and I think it's now gotten to the point where I think kids, parents really appreciate the fact that it's grown, and they appreciate the fact that and I think college coaches recognize that too, and it's become a recruiting tool for college coaches to garner kids to get into college and play college golf.
I know you're still very active with the association. So how did you find out about the Hall of Fame honor? Well,
that's kind of a long story. I was out in Arizona as I go out in the winter and stay at my mother-in-law's house, and I was going through the stat books for the High School Athletic Association and the Girls Union, and I was kind of going through the list that's posted on our website of the Hall of Fame players and coaches, and I noticed there was a girl from Charles City who was a 4-time state champion. And I looked on our list, and she was not posted on our website. And it's kind of a long story. But anyway, she wasn't on there. And I'm like, how has that happened? How'd that happen? So I called our president, R.J. Voss, who's a coach in Ames, who was a coach of the year this year. And we communicated back and forth. And I said, R.J., this Jessie Sindlinger from Charles City is not on our list. And he goes, she was inducted. I know she was. And I said, well, she's not there. So make a long story short, in 2019, a gentleman by the name of Scott Enyart left coaching, and I took over in 2020 when I retired, and I took over the website. So anyway, what happened was there was a boy, Alex Mormon, I think was his name, and Jesse got inducted. And I'm not throwing him under the bus or anything, but he didn't get those two posted, and I took over in 20. So anyway, I communicated with Jessie Sindlinger from Charles City, and she said, yeah, I was inducted, and she actually sent me So anyway, make a long story short, RJ contacted me and said, well, why aren't you on there? And I said, well, I don't know. I have to be nominated, don't I? And he goes, well, you are now, because everything you do for the association and your 40 years of coaching, you need to be in there. And so I'm not blowing my own horn here or anything, but I do all the memberships and I do a lot of the rankings. And anyway, I send a lot of emails for the association.
I get those, so yeah, I appreciate that. Again, visiting with Paul Niedermeyer, coached at Clinton High School for a number of years. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame. What were some of your highlights as you coach Clinton High golf?
In my talk the other day, in my acceptance speech, I brought up three things that really stood out. There were many, many, many memories. One was the 91 team. It wasn't probably my best team, but it was a team that kind of through the season, it was a decent team, it was a good team. We finished, I think, 4th in the conference. Yeah, it was okay. Somehow we managed to squeak in and got 3rd in the district, and then went to state. It was played at Jester Park out in Des Moines, and the first day got snowed out, literally snowed out. So we came back the second day, and it was cold and windy, and somehow, I don't know how they did it, they shot like 21 shots better than they had all season. Shot a 310. And I remember we sat there, and we were leading, like, for the longest period of time. And then all of a sudden, and Ron Gray, the coach from Dowling Catholic, was also there that on last Friday. And I kind of looked at him and said, Ron, do you remember how cold it was that day? And he kind of shook his head, yes. And they came in and beat us out, but we got second in state.
Amazing.
It was amazing.
Who were some of the boys on that team?
Oh, Brent Schrader was there. Gosh, you kind of catch me off guard here. It's 1991. But it's just one of those days. It was just, they shot completely out of their heads almost. I mean, it's just crazy. Yeah.
Going to put you on the spot again.
Yeah.
Who was the best golfer you ever coached at Clinton High School?
Oh, without a doubt, Tyler Swanson.
Okay, I knew you
that
were
was the
gonna
other
say-
memory. That day, and you were there.
Yes.
At Clinton Country Club, and there's a record that still stands. That was the other memory I had when he shot 72-65 at Clinton Country Club in 2001 and won state by 11 shots. That record, the distance or the discrepancy of winning by 11 strokes still stands as a state record, by the way. But Tyler, and then coaching my son.
Who got to present you?
Yes, got to introduce me at the thing at Iowa City last Friday, which was a very special day for us and my family. My daughter was there with my two grandkids, and my wife was there. Of course, Eric was there, and so it was a great day.
So now you tell me you were down in Arizona. I would imagine you got some golf in while you were down there.
Yes, played with Mike Carden, Randy Trine, who grew up in Clinton, who is also in the Hall of Fame. Mike's in the Hall of Fame. Played with him. Played with Pat and Penn Drennan from Clinton. They winter down there some, so played with them. The weather was beautiful down there.
My goodness.
Yeah.
And you've already gotten some golf in since you've been back.
Yeah. Bill Mashevitz and I played just a few days ago, Monday, out of Valley Oaks, which, I have to express my thanks to Chris Klon out of Valley Oaks, who was a player of mine.
Yeah.
And then, of course, over the years, I have to say thanks to all the people at Clinton Country Club, which was where we did the majority of coaching. They were so great to work with. Max Hines, of course, is no longer with us. Steve Riley, all the people at Clinton Country Club were so helpful and let us, the people, Clinton High School play there was fantastic to work with.
Going to let you go on this. Generally, when you think of golf coach, you don't think of somebody who's going to be getting on the golfers. But Chris Klon told me that you got on that group of players one time.
Well, probably more than once.
You just wanted them to play up to their caliber.
Yeah. Well, I always felt like, you always have to play against the golf course. And I think they probably were maybe giving up maybe a couple times during the round, and I probably got on their case maybe. Yeah.
Got to crack the whip every once in a while.
You have to every once in a while.
Well, congratulations. Thank you so much for coming
Gary.
in. Yeah.
And thanks for everything you do and support all the sports in the Clinton area, and you do a fantastic job.
Appreciate you. See, you got your Iowa State.
Yeah, it's a big day today for both the Hawkeyes and the Cyclones.
Who the Cyclones got today? Do you know?
Texas Tech.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right, very good. Hey, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.